Ever since I opened my own store because everywhere else is high seller fees and AI garbage, I've wanted to get a thermal printer. A thermal printer doesn't use ink at all. It prints on special paper with heat. Even if a thermal print gets wet, it doesn't smear or get ruined, so it's really, really useful for shipping labels. No more taping over the labels to keep them safe. What I didn't think about is using a thermal printer to make stickers. Business owners put thermal stickers on packaging as decoration or food labels or logos, but I'm an artist and I want to make stickers just for the sake of stickers. Plus, these are way, way cheaper to print than vinyl or laminate. Granted, you can only print in black, but you can find all kinds of colorful thermal paper to print on. And since I planned on trying a thermal printer anyway, when Munbyn offered to send one for review, I was like, sure, okay. So this is the Munbyn RealWriter 403B. I'm going to walk you through assembly, do troubleshooting, and cover the pros and cons of this printer. This Munbyn printer package comes with a quick start guide, full manual, accessories, the printer itself, a USB-C to USB adapter, a few thermal shipping labels. Included accessories are a USB-C cable and the power cable in 2 pieces that plug together. Press the side button on the printer to open it and take the test label out. Make sure when you close the printer you push until you hear a click, otherwise it's not fully closed and it won't print. The power switch is on the back, along with places to plug in the USB and power cables. If you use Bluetooth, you won't need the USB cable at all. If you do need the cable and your computer does not have a round USB-C port, you can use this tiny adapter to turn one end of the printer's cable into a regular rectangular USB. This printer's design is small and easy to use. The side button opens the cover. Inside, slide the adjustable clips to hold your paper. The heating print head is up here, and there's a little sensor that the printer uses to automatically detect gaps between labels. The button on top of the printer has several uses depending on how many times or how long you push it. It also lights up red, green, or flashing to show errors and printer status. A list of what all that means and what it does is in the manual, which, by the way, the documentation for this printer is actually pretty good. Munbyn has a straightforward manual with picture guides and QR codes that lead to video tutorials for this specific printer. In the description of the video, I also put a link to their help section on their website for the 403B printer. It has everything from integrating the printer with e-commerce shipping labels to my computer updated and nothing works! Anyway, how to print. Plug the printer in, turn it on, open it up, and put your thermal paper in label side up. Make sure the clips are tight, but not too tight around the paper. Close it and the printer feeds itself. If you don't have a stand for your labels, place the stacker roll behind the printer and keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't get stuck or roll away when printing. That's everything you get inside the printer package. In my case, I also have bonus materials that Munbyn sent me. Normally, you would have to order these separately. First up, a large roll of shipping labels. 2 sets of round labels I'm going to use for stickers. And I'm starting with white and blue, but there are tons of colors and shapes and like glittery, translucent, transparent effects to choose from. Just make sure that whatever you get is thermal paper for direct thermal printing. Thermal printers will not print on regular paper, so make sure you're buying the right stuff. And I've also got the ILH02 label holder. It comes with an assembly guide. Stick the 2 legs to the table and place the roller in the center, threading the roller through the labels. Succeed a dexterity check and you can actually fit 2 sticker rolls on there, making it easier to switch colors. Set your printer on top and feed your labels through. They will roll along on their own. There isn't anything on the stand to secure the printer to it, but the printer itself has non-slip feet that prevent it from sliding around. It's only going to fall off the stand if it gets bumped into. I'm just going to keep it on a secure part of my desk. The stand has no right to be this cute. It's a bunny with a carrot. That's why I'm saying Munbyn. Even if it's wrong, it should be Munbyn. This model Munbyn printer has a Bluetooth app and a desktop printer drive. I installed the app because I had this idea that I would plug the printer into a power bank and be able to print live, on-demand art at markets. But the Bluetooth app does not work. I installed it on 2 different Android devices, enabled all location and permissions, and my printer will not connect. So don't count on the app working. My PC does not have Bluetooth, so we have to do this the wired way. I plugged the printer into my computer and downloaded the Munbyn print driver for the 403B. That worked. On Windows, you can set default printer settings under Printers, Munbyn, Printing Preferences. Lower density is better for detailed art. High density is better for solid black shapes. So, depending on what type of label you're making, do you have a lot of high detail or do you just have solid black shapes? Speed, I always set it to low for better quality. I mean, unless you're a business watching this and you need to print like 1,000 labels in 10 minutes, you don't need the higher speed, which is probably harder on the printer anyway. There's also a halftone tab if you want to play with that for photo and art printing. If your designs have color or gray in them, this will show how the printer is going to interpret your work into pure black prints. It actually works pretty good, so I just started throwing all kinds of art onto the stickers. Munbyn also has this whole site where you can design labels. I don't need it, so I drew and printed directly from my art programs. In a minute, you'll see why this printer isn't the greatest for serious art stickers, but the Munbyn printer worked perfectly for what I did need, which is shipping labels. The labels are clear, the barcodes read easily on my phone, so I know they're going to scan fine as they travel around the world, and they are waterproof. So off the pipe foxes go to the post office. I seriously would have bought one of these printers a lot sooner if I'd realized how much time it would save me with label printing, because taping over labels just takes forever. Let's get into the Munbyn 403B printer problems. When printing from the PC, and probably the app too, the 2 most common problems you're going to have are the art being off-center and the art not printing all the way to the edges. This printer is very inconsistent in its inconsistencies. I kept thinking I solved the problem only for the next sticker to be off, even though nothing had changed. And within the same row of stickers, each design is going to land wrong in a different way. So I printed a big black square. And now I can really see where the inaccuracies are. I didn't want to do this as part of this tutorial, but let's wade into setting up a custom paper size. I need the printer to think that the paper is bigger than it actually is, so it prints to the edge, and I'll shrink my artwork to make up for the bigger fake print area. 53 millimeters is working for tricking the printer, but I suspect if I print 20 of these all at once, things will get increasingly off-center because the paper is actually 51 millimeters, not 53. I can't manually set gap size because it's locked. This printer is supposed to be smart and auto-calculate the gap, but is it smart? Yeah, it's smart. It knows how much space is there. Great. So I solved both the centering and the print not reaching edges issues by tweaking custom paper size until it worked. It's still inaccurate, so I would not count on this printer to make consistent, high-quality stickers. I mean, you're not going to get that for this price anyway. It's still great for on-demand cheap stickers and labels. We've got, the fun little $1 souvenir made on Munbyn printer, and then the nice apocalypse-proof $5 vinyl that is made at a local print shop. Oh, that's not good. It looks like there's an invisible fluffy cat hair on the print head. Got it. So if your art starts printing scratchy or weird, it's time to clean the print head. Use rubbing alcohol and make sure to get off any built-up sticker residue, and then let it dry. You probably want to clean the print head at least once per entire sticker roll that you use. A direct thermal printer is going to feel like magic because there's no ink, but they do have a lifespan. There's a heating element in there. If you keep dust off of your labels and keep dust out of the printer and keep your print head clean, this printer is going to last for about 1 million labels. I also found out that the printer has a tendency to jam, crush the stickers, pull sticker paper off of the roll if you manually press the button to advance the paper on a roll. You probably won't be pressing the button anyway. I just thought I could get away with loading paper that was already printed on and advance to where the stickers were blank. Now I know just not to do that. I read through the forums and the problems I'm having are common. So for cons, we've got the inaccurate printing, being off-center, not reaching the edges, which is kind of solvable by tweaking, but it's still it's not going to be very accurate. And then, the inconsistent quality. You'll have one print that looks like this, and another one will have spots in it, and just, it's completely unpredictable. And then the other big deal is that the app might not work. So if you can only print off your phone, if you need a printer that can print off of like a handheld iPad or tablet, I wouldn't recommend this printer. There's no way to guarantee the app is going to work. If you've got a laptop or a normal computer to print off, no problem. Which brings us to the pros. It's affordable. Yeah, really useful tool. Would have bought one sooner. Also, good documentation. So you get stuck, you have a problem, it's probably written down somewhere. And then third, it's small and it's easy to use. And it's really fun. I legitimately sat here and made some of my existing art into stickers just because I can. It's so much more affordable and faster than color printing and laminating and cutting by hand or calibrating a Cricut machine. Overall, highly recommend a thermal printer for anyone who sells online, and the Munbyn 403B does shipping labels perfectly well. If you're getting into sticker making for the first time, this printer is a very inexpensive way to do it. If you're a professional artist looking for centered accuracy and consistency, you're going to want to research a more expensive printer. And you're probably printing, at a print shop, or you have like $1,000 equipment. And that's not very expensive for professional printing. Like a good printer is a couple $1,000s. And I'm not spending that kind of money. So I love that now I have a way to make my art into stickers that I can give away or sell, cheaply. And you can see I've been having fun setting up a sticker tower to bring to art shows. I'll have no problem filling this with designs and seeing what sells well. You can get stickers, reusable sticker collecting books, and more on my website.